My score predictions for Switzerland-England is 1-1. Xhaka will score, and we will then go to extra time and to penalty shootouts. I think this game will go the long way. Unfortunately, I think England will still go to the next round.
I mean, I keep predicting England to win, and they do. Well, I say keep predicting England to win. We've only won 2 games in this tournament, and we're in the quarter final, so it is quite a bizarre situation. If we play like we have been at the moment, and I've seen nothing to suggest that there'll be a change, I think it'll be a frustrating game. I think it will be hard work again. This is a game I can see being 1-1 and going to penalties, and unfortunately I've got memories of Switzerland knocking France out of a tournament a few years ago on penalties. If I was to make a bet at the moment, my bet would be Switzerland to progress on penalties.
We wrote history on Saturday against Italy. I think that was one of the greatest Swiss performances ever. So yes, the emotions were really, really high, and that's a day no one will ever forget in Switzerland for sure. There will be maybe one change because Sylvain Widmer will come back from suspension. So maybe he will take the place of Fabian Rieder. But except that, I think now the team is really known, and that would be a mistake, in my opinion, to change it. I think England is a bit of a mystery for me, and honestly, I think without Jude Bellingham, they would be out.
Yeah, this Switzerland game is going to be a real test of England. We've made life difficult in every single game that we've played so far, but I'd say this is the first game where we're coming up against good, solid opposition. Switzerland know exactly what they're doing, play 3 at the back with wing backs, have been playing the same way for a while now. They're very tactically astute, they'll press well, they'll carry out their manager's instructions. I think this is a dangerous game for England, especially the way that we're playing. Granit Xhaka's lining up in the midfield, tactically one of the most superb midfield players there's been in the world over the last couple of years. I think he's probably only lost 1 game of football in 12 months as well. So we're coming up against tough opposition.
I think it's a bigger challenge for us than Italy, but I don't feel any tactical strategy from Southgate. So that's a bit a mystery what's gonna come out of this game. But obviously we will be the underdogs, but we don't have to hide, and we have to be confident in ourselves.
The key for England for me for this one is Gareth Southgate. He's got to change something in that front 3. It's not working. It's all well and good changing the midfielder every game, which is pretty much the only change he's made on a game-to-game basis so far. But that left-hand side and the attack, it's not really functioning. It's hanging Phil Foden out to dry. You're not getting the best out of Phil Foden on that left-hand side. I was banging the drum before the tournament started that if you haven't got a left-back, Anthony Gordon has to come into that team. He offers width, he offers work rate, he offers pace, and he'll frighten Switzerland and he'll peg them back. He'll make England a better team. At this point, surely Gareth Southgate has to make a change. He has to change something. Once again, we're going into a quarter final, we're going into a huge game, and I've got more questions than I have answers at the moment. For me, the iconic kit is the 1982 Admiral England home shirt. I wasn't born when this tournament took place, but it's a shirt that's really synonymous with England, quite unique. One, because it's Admiral, and there wasn't any other Admiral shirts made that England played in. England have been largely Umbro and Nike in my lifetime. So that Admiral shirt, I think it was a little bit ahead of its time. I think, having a bit of a kind of unique, different design compared to England shirts that have gone before it. Sensational players like legends that go down in England folklore, like Kevin Keegan, Terry Butcher, playing in those shirts when you go back and look at the old footage. And although it wasn't really a brilliant vintage tournament for England, that's a shirt that really stands out, and I could say a little bit ahead of its time. You look at some of the designs that are made on football shirts now and England shirts now, and I think a lot of them probably do look back at that 1982 Admiral shirt. When you read that list out of players that have played in that shirt, it's amazing that they didn't go further and didn't get to a final or lift a trophy. So many brilliant players and brilliant legends of English football that you've mentioned there, but it just really, I think that shirt might have even been in, I think it was an Admiral shirt in Mike Bassett, England Manager, when that film came out as well. So it really does go down in history and folklore, that shirt.
My prediction for the quarterfinals is a 2-1 win for the Netherlands. I'm gonna go for the goal scorers Cody Gakpo and Memphis, and a wacky prediction would be I'm gonna go for at least one red card and one penalty in the first 90 minutes.
I think the score will be 1-0. I think the goal scorer will be Hakan Çalhanoğlu. I think it'll be from a free kick. And I'll say my wacky tip for this game, I think there'll be at least 3 red cards. I think Turkey matches in the Euros are always known for being high, lots of yellow cards. I'm going to go for at least 3 red cards in the game.
I'm feeling very optimistic for the Netherlands reaching the quarterfinals because I feel like after this game we have gained so much confidence, and I feel like we are back on track where we belong. I feel like beating Romania gives the players also a lot of confidence, and I feel like that's what was missing during their game against Austria. So I'm confident for us even reaching the semis. I feel like the key for the Netherlands to reach the semifinals is that they will play in a good attacking way, but also make sure their defense is solid. We saw against Austria that there were a lot of gaps between the midfield and the defense, and I feel like against an opponent like in the quarterfinals, you will also have an opponent that is very good in the attack. And I feel like that's where the Netherlands have to be really, really focused on, not giving away too much and make sure they convert their chances. As we saw against Poland, we struggled a lot converting all our chances, and I feel like in the quarterfinals, we need to be on our best.
I'm feeling very nervous about the quarterfinal. I say it's once in a lifetime opportunity for our players to make history for our country. I think all of our fans are looking forward to it. All our players are looking forward to it. I think we've got experience in the team in finals as well. We've had Hakan Çalhanoğlu being in the Champions League final recently, or the Gouda winning the Champions League with Real Madrid. So we have got experienced players in finals, and we've got a lot of Galatasaray players who have won the Super League in the previous season. Besiktas players who won the Turkish Cup. So we've got a lot of players who understand how to win trophies and how to handle big occasions. So I'm going for a Turkey win. I think it'll be 1-0, and I think it'll be just a memorable moment for one of our players. Given our recent Euros history, we failed to qualify for tournaments, and I think is a quarter-final one step too far? I don't think so for us.
There is a rivalry with Italy. Definitely, there is a rivalry with Italy. There's a special flavor every time we play Italy. And I think especially during the Euro 2000, the fact that we won the Euros, but this game was all over the place. Obviously, the Italians were playing the Italian style football, being a bit, sneaky when it comes to fouls as well, etc. The proper Italian style as well. So all the players were fully involved. Everyone was on fire, I'll probably say. And also playing Italy is always special, man. It's always special. And the player I remember about that game, Trezeguet, always. And I think he was probably the main player of the Euro 2000. It was more the fighting spirit of both teams that I remember, rather than the exact composure or how the goals were created, etc. Obviously, the goals were great. But it's more like the players fighting on the pitch that I remember, and the electricity in the air that I remember. And I'm still until now, for me, is one of the best Euros game that we have had.
So my ultimate Swiss 11 is, as a goalkeeper, Jan Sommer, obviously. Then at the back, Hans Hermann, who is our third best capped player. Then Ricardo Rodriguez, who's still playing right now. Obviously Manuel Akanji, a big star at Manchester City. Stefan Lichtsteiner was our right back between approximately 2012 and 2018, who played for Juve. Then Granit Xhaka, Alain Souter, and Johan Vogel at the midfield. Then as number 10, Xherdan Shaqiri, our all-time best goal scorer, of course. And our best goal scorer in big tournaments, And as strikers, Stefan Chapuisat and Alexander Frey.